Good morning. It is about 6:45, and we continue to remember the beloved Judge Frank Caprio this morning, who passed away yesterday following a very long and courageous battle against pancreatic cancer. He was 88 years old.
Yeah, we're joined now by Gene, live on the radio with his reflections on Judge Caprio. Gene, you interviewed the judge earlier this year about his new book, and you said you just saw him recently.
Yeah, I did see him recently, and you know, he was lucid, and we had just a short conversation. But he had a setback in his battle with pancreatic cancer, which, by the way, you know, he was winning some of the fights in that battle. He had, you know, gone through grueling chemotherapy and had treatment down in Miami, and at some point he was feeling much better. And you know what? He had I think he had a lot of fun late in life. With the Emmy nominations and the appearances on Good Morning America after the book came out. This is the book, by the way, Frank Caprio, Compassion in the Courts. Really, it's a good read. You ought to pick it up. But the judge lost his battle for pancreatic cancer just the other day. He died about 2 p.m. at South County Hospital, where he had been for about 11 years. Judge Frank Caprio. I sat down with him upon the publication of his book. Let's listen.
You know, Gene, there's such a disparity between the power of the sovereign and the power of the individual and the resources. The power of the sovereign, you know, it has police force, it's got unlimited amounts of money, prosecutorial people, and the individual doesn't have that. You know, and I was always aware of that when I was on the bench. I never wanted to overreach, you know, and go after somebody, particularly because of where I stood. I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Well, he did. He was really known for cutting people a break. Wanted to hear your story. Maybe you had a bad day. What were the circumstances? And if it merited cutting you a break, he would give it. Now, he could also dispense the medicine. He had to be a judge. And by the way, just go, you know, it's wrong to say success came late in life. It didn't. He was a successful lawyer, ran for attorney general, on the bench for a long time. A different kind of success came later in life with that television show, Caught in Providence, and then the syndication, and then the explosion on the internet. And I think he had a lot of fun with that, and he really gave it a fight. He wanted more time, and he got more time, but ran out of time this week at the age of 88. Funeral arrangements are pending. Back to you, Mario.
Well, David also said that he outlived expectations by more than a year from his original diagnosis. So that kind of speaks to the fiery spirit of the judge, doesn't it?
Fought hard until the end.
Yeah, it does. I'm sure he'll tell you that fight was worth it. He was the Grand Marshal of the parade. He spoke only in May. He was the commencement speaker at PC, his alma mater, and he was making the media rounds. And I know he traveled to Europe, where he was received like royalty in some of the villages. So he had a lot of fun later in life, but he also enjoyed success early in life. Back to you.
A legend, for sure.
Thank you,
I know
Gene.
that sounds cliche, but it's true.
It's true. You can hear Gene on WPRO until 9 o'clock this morning.